Okay, so today we're going to be playing a game that's kind of like kickball. Mr. B and myself, we like to call it boomer ball though. So that means basically that we're going to be booming the ball as far as we can. Now, does everyone see the cones that are set up around the grass here?
Yes.
Does everyone see that there are white papers on some of the cones?
Yes.
These are going to be for our self-assessment. Now, if you don't know what the word assessment means, it basically means, does anyone have a guess?
Ooh.
Yes.
Project.
So it is a project, but we're assessing your ability to use the steps that I'm going to go over right now, and you're going to self-assess yourself if you're doing those steps that I'm going to teach you right now. So let's say you forget a step. You can look at this paper and you can see, okay, am I stepping this way? Am I kicking this way? And you can reflect and see if you're actually doing those steps. Does that make sense? Okay, so the steps that we're going to be doing while we're playing this game, it's going to be 3 steps. So you're going to be standing on the dome right here. Everyone else is going to be waiting behind a cone. When it's your turn to kick, you're going to have somebody up here at the hula hoop. They're going to be rolling the ball, or actually, no, we're not going to be rolling the ball today. That'll come on Friday. So today what we're going to do is just have the ball stationary next to the dome. You're going to take 3 steps backwards. Now depending on what foot is your dominant foot, there's both directions on both of these. So there's a one for if your dominant foot is right, or if your dominant foot is left. So with Mr. Mac, my dominant foot is right. So I'm going to take 3 steps. Step, step, step. Well, let me do that again. So step, step, step. There's my 3rd step. The ball is going to be right on the inside of my foot. As I go to kick it, I'm going to make contact with the ball right here with my laces. I know last week we were working on the inside of our foot. Today we're going to be working on kicking with the inside, or our laces right here. Does everyone understand that?
Yes.
So what are we kicking with? The inside of our foot? Laces, yes. And the last step will be our follow through. Does that make sense? Just like with our punting, our footballs, we have that follow through at the very end. So it's going to be a simple 3 steps. 1, 2, 3. Ball's going to be right here next to your foot. You're going to kick it with the what part of your foot? Laces. And the last part is our follow through. So does that make sense?
Yes.
So a quick demonstration, real quick, just so we are familiar with this game. I need 4 people who are sitting nicely. Let's go 1, 2, 3, 4. So you're going to be behind the cone here. And then we're going to need 4 people in the outfield. We'll go 1, 2, 3, 4. So you're going to line up around the domes out here. Will you throw that ball in, bud? So first person in line is going to check those steps on the paper. They're going to pick which one they are. If they're dominant right foot, dominant left foot, there's pictures that go along with the words to tell them exactly the steps that we just went over, so they can self-assess themselves as they're kicking. So what was your name, sir? So Manny's going to come up. He's going to go ahead and kick the ball. They're going to grab it. He's going to run around the bases. They have to pass it to every player on the catching team before, once everyone touches it, they put it back in the hula hoop, yell, stop. And he counts up how many turns he won around the bases, so how many did you do?
3.
So they get 3. Mason steps up. Dallas steps up. Sorry, Dallas. Dallas steps up. It's his turn. So go ahead and give him back the ball. Dallas's turn to kick. He's going to follow those steps that we talked about. If he needs to go back and check, that's fine. Not a big problem. All right, so he gets it. Around the base he goes.
3.
And he yells, stop. So how many did he get?
4.
He got 4. Does everyone understand what we're doing with this game?
Yes.
That makes sense. Now, one thing I forgot to mention. Let's say, what was your name again? Let's say Dylan kicks it and it goes on this side of Mason. It goes on the other side of the dome right there. that's going to be called a foul ball. So if you kick it on either side, if you kick it that way off third or on that side of first, it's going to be a foul ball. And what do you think we're going to get a chance to do? Kick again. We're going to do a redo. Okay, does that make sense?
Yes.
And when every player on the kicking team gets a chance to kick, we're going to switch with the catching team. Does that make sense?
Yes.
Okay, are there any questions?
No.
What do we say to our helper?
Good job.
Place the ball back in the hoop, head back to your dots, and we'll get started here. Okay, so we're going to split you up by class. Mr. B is going to take the boys, or no, he's going to take the girls, and I will take the boys.
Yes.
So what class do we have here? We have Powers and Willie?
No, Powers and Raya.
Powers and
Raya.
Powers and Raya. Okay. So that's right. So Powers boys, please stand up. Form one line. Right here. Raya boys, please stand up. Form one line right here. Raya over here. Powers over here. Okay, so we're going to split you up into groups of four. Does that make sense?
I did it.
So we're going to do Powers versus Raya. Okay, boys. Boys, I need everyone clapping. Much better. Dylan, I need you listening, bud. Okay, so we're going to split you up here. We're going to go 1, 2, 3, 4. You're going to be lined up behind the red cone. You're going to be kicking first. 1, 2, 3, 4. You're going to be in the outfield, red side. We'll go 1, 2, 3, 4. You're going to be lined up, yellow, behind the yellow cone. 1, 2, 3, 4. You're going to be outfield, yellow domes. 1, 2, 3, 4. You're going to be on the green. Boy, you got to listen before you get so excited. You're on the green cone. You're kicking first. 1, 2, 3, 4. You're green.
Yes, let's go.
1, 2, 3, 4. You're gonna be. Let's put you on blue. You're gonna be behind that blue cone out there. 1, 2, 3, 4. You're gonna be catching blue. And how many do we have left? We have 4. I've got 4.
You got 4?
Yeah.
Come here, boys.
All right, boys. Go head over to Mr. B. You may start. You may start. Remember, you should be behind the cone if you're waiting, not by the dome. So, behind the cone. Where's the cone? Behind the cone. Yes, sir. All right, well, I would like you to just sit out there. I know because you hurt your ankle, and I don't want to take a chance of hurting it anymore. Okay, next one steps up. Remember, if you need the steps, there's self-assess yourself on the piece of paper on the cone.
We have that open diamond. I'm just gonna pull one team. So we have a little bit more children.
Probably.
That's how I'm gonna pull one and one and put them over here.
Okay, boys, we should not be on the ground. So as you're waiting, I want you boys to be checking to make sure that you're kicking with the right kind of form that we talked about, okay? Self-assess yourself.
Step right.
So remember, self-assess as we're doing it, so Lucas, so as you come back, go ahead and check these papers just to make sure that you're doing what we talked about. Okay, so step with each foot, with left, right, left, and then kick. So boys, red team, You should be waiting behind the toes, behind the red toes. And go ahead and check those steps to make sure you're kicking the ball the way we talked about. So take those 3 steps. 3 steps. Ball foot right next to the ball. Kick it with your what?
1, 2, 3, 4.
When you come back, make sure you check these steps, alright? Just so you know what you're doing when they come up. So if your right foot dominant, there's a phase, and if your left foot dominant, there's another phase.
Yep, already. Let's go. We need 10. Come on, Brady, we got this. 10. 11. I did right.
So you put it right there, so make sure you're not going to kick the dome though. So 1, 2, 3. Remember, what are we kicking it with? Are we kicking it with our toe or our... Not our side. We did that with our soccer passes last time. But this time we're using our laces. Remember, if we're not clear on it, we can always go back and self-assess ourselves with the...
You started to as a baby. You can't do this.
So you got to kick it at least to first and second. So you got to give it a little boost. You should be standing. Red team, you should not be sitting. Make sure, boys, make sure that we're using our laces, not our toes.
Anthony! Oh, pass it to the guy in the center left. That's good. Oh, that's free.
That's good. Good job, Houston. Boys, Andy, how many points did you do now, Dad? Are we making sure to self-assess ourselves? Alright? So if you want a challenge, I challenge you to try and kick it with the foot that you're not comfortable with. So if you're comfortable with your left, try it with your right.
He's with his right. I'm terrible at right.
Alright, so go for it. You can bump, but it has to go at least to first or second. Or first or third, I mean, not first or second.
You guys are winning.
So remember, they have to get to it first. Remember, take those 3 steps back. There you go. Nice. Remember, use those laces.
Stop!
sure he's looking when you throw it.
32.
So I've seen a couple of us. As we're kicking, what do we put sneakers on? Make contact with the ball. The laces, right? So you want to kick it so your foot's actually almost touching the ground, right?
31 to 38.
There you go, nice.
32, you mean? 31. Stop! That's 2. There's 35. No, 34.
Keep going, keep going, keep going.
Do it.
Around, around. Somebody else stop. Keep going.
35. 36. 37. Is that all? Oh, yes, at least one. Listen, at least 2. At least. Most? Okay. Most 3. Most 3. Run!